Bonelab consists of multiple different weapons and styles of combat, but with a game like Bonelab, it also has other ways of dealing with enemies.
Here we go. Bam! Oh.
I'd always wondered what it was like slapping and punching my way through enemies. Something that I'd never done was a speedrun, but I don't want to do a plain speedrun because those are boring and just have really weird glitches. So I wanted to spice it up a little bit. So, the question is, can you beat Bonelab without weapons? Okay, so right here, I'm going to share with you guys a few rules and regulations, okay? So number 1, no weapons. I mean, duh, what did you expect? Number 2, I mean, come on, what the hell did you expect? Number 2, I can use my surroundings to protect me. This one's a little bit obvious, but I mean, at least I can have some protection. Number 3, no glitches. This is gonna be a complete run and full completion of the game, and I'm not gonna do any bull crap or to make my way easier. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and let's get right into the first level of Bonelab. I started the game and became a polygon figure. Nonetheless, I grabbed the dice and just started rolling it a lot. There was no point in this, and I finally moved on. Once I moved on, I was ordered to hang myself from a rope. Yeah.
What the? No, Kimmy! What are you doing to me?
They then tried to kill me, but don't worry, mysterious figure from the sky saved me and gave me a knife.
Stainless steel signature edition blades will cut through anything.
Well, I'll take it. I used it and I cut myself free and proceeded. This does not count. I was using it to proceed and I didn't fight any enemies with it. I just took the lantern that I was given and moved on with the game. I started exploring my way through the cave and also found a few skeletons, but this one actually started fighting me. But don't worry, I end his misery for him.
Deserve this. What did you do? What? Damn it, tell me what you did. Tell me what you did.
After I ended his misery, I then got into my first battle with another skeleton.
Here we go. This dude, come on. Oh, he's on the floor. And we pick him up. Watch this. Body slam.
I got into another battle, but this time I knocked him out with one punch. I pulled a lever and then I found a pit of lava, which I jumped over relatively easy. I also had my first encounter with a crablet. It was pretty cool. And then right after that, I had to fight some NULL-Bodies. I bet you can guess how that went. I had a pretty intense Royal Rumble at the train station. There's a lot of enemies, but of course I defeated him because I'm him. I went through some creepy vents and found myself in an open area with a lot of enemies. I tried to sneak past them, but that didn't work. I only fought a few and then ran to an elevator nearby.
Alright, bro, if you're gonna be like that. Yeah, you did.
I tried to exit the simulation, but that did not work.
Whoa, what? What?
Whatever, I'm in the Bonelab hub now. This level doesn't really have too much in it, so this won't be fast. I switched my character to 4 because I didn't like being a peasant. I found this really big quarantine door and opened it with this button that was right there. I then went through a few tunnels to get to the other side. On the other side, I climbed up this really big ladder and then went through a big fan. And then I went through these gates that were on the other side of the fans. I went on this big elevator shaft and went up.
Oh. Went up the lift. What the hell?
Once I got to the top, there was a pretty big building, but it was pretty torn apart. The inside was pretty messy, but there was a puzzle in here in order to continue. Then I saw something under the table, so then I had to flip it over. I pulled apart this cover and then threw it to the side. But then I saw a crane sitting at the top. I found this control module that was used to control the crane. I jumped down to the bottom and I saw a little cover, and I knew what I was supposed to do. I controlled it to calm down, and then I put it over on this circle. Honestly, it was kind of annoying to do, but I got it and I pulled it back up, and boom, this cover came off. Right there was a deep hole, and I just jumped right in. I entered the sewer, and this is when things started to get intense. This level had a lot of enemies. I pushed a few buttons, which made me realize that I actually had to shoot a ball into this button, which I did, and that actually opened up a door to proceed. I pulled down this platform and then I walked across it. I opened these doors and then I entered a small room. I opened more doors and I fell down this really big pit. Little did I know, there was a little NULL-Body just was chilling waiting for me at the end. But then nothing could have prepared me for what happened next.
Now get back. Now all you get back. Oh my god, oh I'm getting body. Oh I'm getting body. Oh I'm getting body. Get back. Oh my god. Jump. Oh. Get back.
Looking back at the footage, I counted and there were 4 enemies just going berserk on me. When I moved on, a few crablets caught me off guard, but I kept going. This was a really big and open area, and there was a lot of enemies, people just shooting at me, so I wasn't really feeling it, and I just decided to make a run for it, and I ran for my life, and I prayed that nobody got me. I made it past, and I went down this hole that led me to a little sewer area, which had 2 NULL-Bodies waiting for me. I turned this wheel, which actually raised the platform by putting in more trash, and then I was able to walk across the platform into the next area. This was an area that actually pissed me off. I fought a few enemies, and then I moved on. This was the first time I died this run, and I am going to be keeping a count of how many times I died. I kept falling off this platform, and I kept raging, but then this music just started playing in the background. It was so annoying.
No! Please. Hurry up. No. Please don't do that. Get up. Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Like, bro, it's so annoying. And bro sounded like he was going Super Saiyan. Finally, after all of that, the music changed and this was the final part of Long Run. All I had to do was just get to the end. And it was pretty easy. Now, Mine Dive is supposed to be a pretty chill and probably break from all the action that you're getting. But for me, it is a horrid place of hell because I get really motion sick for no reason when I go on any vehicles in Bonelab. So this ride specifically gave me the worst time of my life. Basically, during this level, you're in the cart and you get like this tiny little gun, and you just basically have to shoot a bunch of different targets that will give you a bunch of points at the end of the ride. And sometimes you can get high scores and stuff, but for me, I was so motion sick, I didn't do any of that. I just sat there and prayed that the ride was over by the time I opened my eyes. By the time the ride was over, I had a grand total of 0 points for this ride. And then I just got eaten by this big void monster. I entered down this hallway, and then I could say I encountered a few enemies.
Guns. Now remember, I told you kids, I am not a pussy. I don't use guns. I use these big boys right here. Watch this. Oh my god. Never mind.
Yeah, this is another death. This is honestly embarrassing. I came back and I made quick work of every enemy in that room. And then I peeled off this vent and I hopped right in. I entered a hallway with a bunch of security guards, which I then proceeded to demolish. And then I went on to the next room. I went up a few stairs and into this room, which then I fought a few NULL-Bodies, and I destroyed this man.
Come here. Let's go. Bring the table. Boom. I know I'm that strong. I am him. Look.
Yeah, I embarrassed this next NULL-Body. I grabbed this key and then I slammed it into the door.
Alpha males don't need guns. God. Come here.
Yeah, I really started beating up this crablet for scaring me like that. But then I hopped in the vent and I moved on. As I punched my way through the exit of the vent, I then encountered who was the man talking to me through the radio. But then I found another NULL-Body.
Hey, you. Talk to Jimmy. God damn it, get to the wall. Stop cooperating with me. Break the glass. Cooperate with me.
So I just started slamming the NULL-Body, and then this other NULL-Body caught me way off guard. So once I killed him, I decided to name him Jimothy, and I let him come with me on my journey.
He's okay. Oh, here you go. Bam. Oh.
Yeah, I may have broke his neck. Yeah, so I just then grabbed Jimmy, and he was a little bit unconscious, but I grabbed Jimmy and I used him to annihilate the next NULL-Body and any other enemies that came our way. As I was carrying Jimothy up this area, he just completely despawned from my hands. Not too long later, I then came across another Jimothy, which then I would use to fulfill my empty heart with the other Jimothy.
Come on, Jimothy. I have to do the same thing to you that I did before. Let's go. Come on, Jimothy.
Me and Jimothy fought all the guards, and then once we fought all the guards, we then proceeded to try to meet Jimmy, the one that was talking to us through the radio, not Jimothy.
Ooh, an elevator. Jimothy. Look who it is, Jimothy. Look. You know what? If you're not gonna look, then I might have to throw you. Bye-bye.
I talked with Big Jimmy for a little bit, and then I was forced into an elevator, and I was put through different character levels. For the game, you're supposed to be strong, but I still want to be forward, because forward's cool. When I walked out there, I wanted to immediately start getting to work, so I went through the door and I just started punching my way through enemies. I was not holding back, and I was not going to let a single one of them live. If they touched me, they're dead.
Hands up!
Oh God! Watch this. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Put you inside the shopping cart. Come here. Easy way to go. Bam.
Resisting!
Okay, yo, wait.
Officer down. All quiet here. Hands up!
Come on, alright, get back. Alright, oh no, get back. Are you challenging me? Come on.
I'm hit!
Yeah, exactly, that's what's gonna happen. You'll say, I'm hit. And then you're gonna realize, oh my God, I'm with Jesus. Let's go.
Officer down.
Okay.
Free!
Watch this. Helicopter.
I killed everybody else,
Go.
but this one
Oh, what are you doing?
last guy.
No. I'm flipping your desk. I fucking need to do that. Hi there. Let me give you a smooch.
Yeah, he got the same treatment. I finally killed everybody, and I moved on. Now in Sprint Bridge, you play as a really fast character, and your goal is to get to the end of the level as fast as you can. So, I'm trying to see if I can avoid all enemies and just go. I entered this little tunnel, and to my right was a NULL-Body, but that's not important. The climbing was important. I had to get to the top. so I proceeded to climb up this little fabric thing. While climbing, I came across a rope, and I was supposed to use that to get to the other side, pull myself up, and then proceed with the level. And that's exactly what I did. I got to the top and I tried to pull myself up, but I grabbed on the NULL-Body by accident, and I fell all the way down. Oh, and I can't forget this. I tried to knock out this NULL-Body in style, but no, I killed myself by accident.
Wait, no!
I then died again by this guard. I pressed this button, and then I finally finished Sprint Bridge. Not gonna lie, this level was very quick, and I only got like a few minutes of footage. But this is a few minutes of me just whacking around all these enemies, because with my character, I am so strong, but very slow. And I'm so strong that I literally I make skeletons collapse with them touching my hand, and I just throw people off the bridge. When I finished, I immediately pressed that button and I went on. To be honest, Moonbase really didn't have like anything in it. I was supposed to jump on these little jump pads, and I just was taken right to the end, and then I just pressed the button, and I went to the next level. Modding on Motorway was really cool. I got to drive this go-kart around, and I wasn't very good at it, but at least I finished it.
I'm taking my controller so hard.
My total time for all 3 laps was 2 minutes and 39 seconds, which was pretty good considering the motion sync. Next level! In Tower Climb, I just climbed a bunch of obstacles and I beat up an orb for 5 minutes. Next level. Another short level. This dude just gave me a key and sent me back to Ascent. For this next part of Ascent, I just had to put these balls into these holes. That sounded so bad, didn't it? But, I mean, it unlocked the doors and I moved on. And then I had to fight more NULL-Bodies. I had to lock in this little piece and then I could move the bridge so I could walk across it to the next part. I ran through more creepy sewers. And then I had to swing above a pit of acid. Great. I crawled through more creepy sewers. I didn't like these at all, and there was a bunch of crabbles in them.
Got you. Now just for that.
Yeah, I basically got to fly with this little gravity manipulator thing. I fought off a few guards in the next area, but these did not hold back. I crashed this disco party. The NULL-Bodies didn't deserve it.
You know what this means? Gonna have to take him and have to throw him in the train. Ultra Melon. What? Did he die?
I avoided the speeding train and then I hopped on another elevator platform. But this is when my game started to glitch out a little bit. For some reason my hand turned red and some of the objects were turning blue and purple. I don't know. This was it. This was practically the last level of Bonelab. And I got to get revenge for all the people who killed me at the beginning of the game. Or they thought they killed me. I went inside of this big house and then everybody was just waiting for me, just dying to kill me. So I used this chair to block me and then I just started going ham on them.
You this time. Oh, I'm hanging you. Whoa. I don't want to pick up ammo. Whoa, I'm hanging you.
Yeah, you could say that I got my revenge.
Oh, whoa. What? It's a hand. Master Hand from Smash Bros.
I climbed up the windmill and on top the hand.
Yo! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Well, this was it. I beat Bonelab without any weapons. When I got to the top, I was ordered to go inside this taxi.
We're gonna need a little bit of help from an old classic. It's time for Don't Fence Me In.
Before the video ends, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I spent a lot of time on this video and I worked really hard and I really hope you enjoyed it, because it was really fun to make. And if you guys honestly really like these type of videos, let me know in the comment section below. I will keep doing them. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll see y'all later in the next episode. Goodbye.